Hey there everyone, welcome back to this video. Today we are talking about some of my most anticipated fall/winter trends, as well as some of the things on my wish list. Now, despite the fact that it has been a very hot summer for the Canadian West Coast, you know, you get into the mood where you're like, it's raining, it's snowing, it's just gross all the time, and then you're like, I want summer, I want warmth, I want all these things. And now I'm drenching every single day because it's so warm in the apartment. And now I am looking forward to sweater weather and getting colder and not have to be sweaty all the time. Like, you just cannot be happy with whatever that you've got at the moment. Regardless, I know a lot of people are kind of looking forward to and shopping for fall and winter things. For me, I kind of lump them together in terms of fall and winter because our seasons just more and more have been changing quite swiftly. We just go directly into kind of winter-ish, and there's not a lot of fall. Fall is really just a whole lot of rain and nothing much else. So I want to talk you through some of my I guess some of the things that I am really looking forward to, and things on my wish list, and things I'm looking to add to my personal wardrobe. And some of this are going to be very specific items I want to add, and others are just going to be like trends I'm looking forward to. I haven't decided exactly what pieces I want to add. It might be something I buy, it might be something that I end up making, or whatever the situation may be. Before I get started, I also want to let you know that I have created a fall and winter 2018 Pinterest board. So if you are on Pinterest, you're really active on there, I'll put the link to my Pinterest board for this theme down below. I'll be continuing to add more items and inspiration in there, and you can kind of follow along, keep up with me there as well. Alright, I've got my notebook, I've got some images on my iPad, and I think we're going to get started with the very first item. First thing on my list, I'm really looking forward to adding more t-shirts to my collection. Now, this definitely sounds more like a spring and summer type of thing. I know a lot of people are already on the slogan tee bandwagon. Mine that I'm wearing today is from J. Crew. I bought it on sale when they were having free shipping and sale off of sale. But really, I think it's comfortable. And I gotta admit that for a long time, I stopped wearing t-shirts and sweatshirts and sweatpants and just more casual things, especially when I went back to school for my second degree. I wanted to be presented as someone who's more professional, someone who's kind of got themselves together, and I just kind of got rid of all of them. And granted, most of the casual wear that I had at the time were really grubby and kind of very casual. Like, they're really worn out and, you know, not quite as presentable as some of the nicer tees and casual outerwear and stuff like that you can get nowadays. So I am really looking forward to kind of adding a few more fun t-shirts, and I'm hoping to incorporate them a little bit into my work wardrobe because I do have a comparatively more relaxed work environment, if you will. Even though I do kind of work in an office-ish type of space, I can definitely throw a blazer over it or something a little neater and just have a pop of color and some graphics or, you know, words or whatever it is on my slogan tee. I'm really looking forward to picking some up from Simon's, which is a store I went to for the very first time a couple of weeks ago with a friend. It was amazing. I believe it is a store coming out of Montreal, so similar to something like the Bay, but you know, they only have one store here on the West Coast, and I believe the full name is called Maison Simon. Essentially, I'll link the website, whole bunch of slogan tees, really cute. And also I'm looking forward to maybe checking out Uniqlo and just seeing what they have. I have not been to the Uniqlo here yet. If you've got any good pieces to recommend from them, definitely leave it in the comments below for me as well. Trend number 2 I'm looking forward to is going to be adding more button-up tops to my wardrobe. Now, I gotta let you know that for the longest time, I swore off button-up tops because as a child, when I was very young, kind of in the late 90s situation, my mother worked in garment production and design, and she had access to, you know, a whole lot of different fashion options, and it was quite stylish at the time to dress your kids in kind of unisex clothes. You know, little girls wearing slightly more, I guess, traditionally masculine styled attire, and then you know, button-up shirts and overalls. It was quite cute, but at the time I so badly wanted to wear like flower girl dresses all the time, and I would ask her, like, oh, I want a dress, I want, you know, I don't want to wear the shirts with the, it just wasn't my thing. And of course, at the time, it wasn't always my choice what I got to wear and what she bought for me. So I wore a lot of that growing up. Maybe one day I will do a my style evolution. I'll show you some like embarrassing pictures, or pictures that I thought were embarrassing of my fashion throughout the years. But regardless, I swore off button-up shirts for the longest time. I'm like, I don't like them. And also, when you have a larger chest, button-up shirts can be really fickle. If the buttons are not placed correctly, you get the boob gaping and then you can't move your arms. It's just very fussy. But with me kind of exploring more vintage styles and just trying out new things and venturing back into the territories that I was previously uncomfortable with, I'm really liking the look of certain button-up tops, especially in more feminine silky fabrics. I think it's very it's very put together, that type of a look. I don't want anything super crisp, super cotton, but I want something in just a more feminine silhouette, and I think this will flow really nicely into another trend I'm going to talk about in a moment. But button-up shirts, definitely on my wish list. Wish list item number 3, a raincoat, or something more of a utility coat, something in between wearing a t-shirt and wearing my big winter J. Crew kind of cocoon coat. Here on the West Coast, we get a whole lot of rain. A lot of times it's not necessarily cold, it's just yucky, you know. And again, raincoats are one of those things I put off getting for years and years because I didn't like the feeling of like the plastic raincoats. Again, going back to my childhood, I wore a lot of those very traditional raincoats. They were stuffy, they were weird, they smelled like plastic, so I really didn't like them and I put off wearing them for a long time. But recently I've been seeing a lot of really cute utility jackets. They're kind of like a raincoat, kind of like a parka. J. Crew this season has put out some actually cute raincoats, which I might look into, although they're a little bit expensive for what I prefer to pay for. However, Old Navy also put out some utility jackets that look quite cute, so I might venture into that direction and just see what I can find in terms of a medium layer jacket or coat. Item number 4 on my list is going to be a shirt dress. I really fell in love with something that J. Crew recently put out for the new season that is a special collaboration with a designer, and it's a gorgeous, like a dark floral shirt dress with the plackets and the cuffs and, you know, the collar, the whole spiel, and I thought it was just lovely. However, with a lot of nice things, they are not putting it out in a petite sizing, so unfortunately the sizing is not going to work for me. This means I either have to go to one of the stores that do carry petite sizes and try to find a floral shirt dress, or try to make my own. I haven't decided yet. I just love that look of the shirt dress. It can be, you know, dressed down and be more casual, like with my kids and stuff like that, or I can wear heels and wear it to work, or just wear it with something dressier. It can, I think, transition into fall very well. You can layer sweaters over it, you can do a wrap. It's quite elegant, and I like that look, so I'm really looking forward to adding a shirt dress of some kind to my wardrobe. Wishlist number 5 is adding more pink and red combination things to my life. I think that is such a really cute and for me kind of an unexpected color combination. I definitely have been playing with more color in my wardrobe as of late, but just the pink and red, something about that in slightly more sophisticated silhouettes actually looks both girly and grown up at the same time. It's quite cute and lovely. I've been seeing this trend quite a bit. This is certainly not a new trend. I would say definitely more of a spring and summer inspired thing, but I feel like you can certainly pair this well into the fall winter season and just use that as a color boost to your wardrobe. So things in pink and red. I currently have one red item. I think I want to look for something that has a combination of both in a single garment. Number 6 is going to be the 70s trend. Now again, I may be someone who is super late on this bandwagon, but just recently I've been, actually even last winter, I've been thinking more of wearing longer skirts and pairing them with either crop sweaters, or even I like this combination of like a casual printed sweatshirt with a skirt, either a slightly longer one and then wearing tall boots with it, you know, minus the floppy hat, because my head is too big, I can't pull off a hat. But I like that look. I think it's really kind of cozy but chic and feminine at the same time. So essentially we're talking, you know, 70s almost office wear, but not quite with the buttoned up vest and the whole fluffy hair thing. That's a little bit too much for me. But there's a lot of elements from the 70s style that I really want to explore. Previously, I was definitely much more into the 50s silhouette. I made a lot of vintage dresses in that silhouette. But 70s might be creeping up on me. I like the idea of coordinated prints and kind of coordinated sets, the longer skirts, the fabulous boots, and a whole lot of texture. I'm really looking forward to exploring more of that. Number 7 kind of links to what I just talked about in number 6, is going to be pairing sweatshirts or cropped sweaters or twin sets with I would say a pencil skirt or some kind of a more fitted skirt. For a long time, I wore a lot of more swinger skirts because that defined the waist and a cinch in that the waist. But I've been seeing this silhouette on so many people, really casual up top, casual sweatshirt, like, you know, slightly more snug fitting sweatshirt, and then doing like a neat fun printed pencil skirt. I think that is such a cool way to wear something comfortable but that is a little bit dressy. That might be really fun. I have some sewing patterns for kind of essentially 70s sweatshirt top kind of things. They are actually from the 70s, those patterns. I made one sweatshirt that I actually wear to work sometimes, so I'm hoping to make a few more of that and maybe pair it with some cute pencil skirts. Wishlist item number 8 is going to be some tall, dark, waterproof boots. Now, story behind this one. Last year I did get some Blondo waterproof boots. I love Blondo as a brand. They're affordable and they are, for the most part, waterproof. However, I feel like I got a defect in the boot that I bought because at one point both shoes in the same spot sprung a leak. And I had worn these shoes for quite, a long time, and suddenly they both busted in the same spot. So that was very odd, and I eventually just ended up getting rid of those boots because there was no point in me wearing them when the purpose I bought them for in the first place was to cover the rain and the snow. So here I am again, bootless, trying to find myself a tall pair of boots. Over here in the fall winter season, when it rains and the wind is coming at you and all your pants are just wet all the time because you're just soaked. So having a pair of tall waterproof boots really made a huge difference in my wardrobe and in my just everyday comfort and lifestyle. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully finding another pair of tall waterproof boots. If you've got a recommendation, please leave it down below for me. I am hunting. Getting to the end here, number 9 is going to be wearing things with slightly more embellishments and slightly more detailing. This might be things with embellishments around the edges, maybe the neckline. I'm not necessarily talking about, studs or bedazzling or jewels or anything like that, but something a bit more fun, like even something like a slogan tee that has a bit more detail. For the longest time, I wore solids. I wore just, not a lot of things with visual interest, and then on top of the fact that I don't do a lot of funky accessories, I feel like sometimes can make my outfits look quite basic, even though I feel comfortable in them and I think they look fine, but I feel like they also sometimes miss that little bit of extra pizzazz. So I'm hoping to look for more garments with a little something extra. I don't really know where I'm going with this part yet, but certainly something I'm going to keep my eye out for out in the stores. And we made it to number 10. This wishlist item is more of a thing to do instead of an actual thing I want to add to my wardrobe, and that is to wear jewelry more often. Lately, I've been really getting into adding more pieces that I love to my everyday jewelry collection and then trying to wear them more often. Sometimes I'm in a rush to get out of the house and jewelry is not the very first thing that I put on. Today, I did put some on because I want to, get myself into the habit. I am wearing the Majuri Editor hoops in the gold. And yeah, I've been adding a few more pieces. I want to continue to add things I would wear and would go well with a lot of different outfits and things that really speak to my aesthetic and my growing sense of style. So those are my kind of 10 things that I am looking forward to, either trends or items to add to my fall and winter wardrobe. Again, I will have my Pinterest board linked down below. If you're into Pinterest, I'll be continuing to add more inspiration in there. And if you, I guess, have any recommendations or thoughts on what you are looking forward to in terms of trends for the upcoming fall season, drop me a comment down below. Otherwise, hit me up over on social media. You know where to find me, and I will see you again next time. Take care. Bye!